halfway through. This is week 6 and 12 right here, so we're going to be halfway through the season at the end of the night. 110 laps in Vegas for mega split racing. New time, 8 o'clock in the east, 5 o'clock in the west, man. Just how it worked out. So here we go, man. Let's take a look back to last week. I actually wasn't here for the race, unfortunately. Did get a good review of it, though, man. And I want to say thanks to the Cowboy, Mr. Excitement, J.D. Webb, and A.J. Brenner for stepping in and holding down the fort last week. Phoenix last week, rough and tumble event. Turned into be a little bit of a survival contest, and but it was Jason Karlovich coming home with the win. And really, that's the story. As we look over at the points now, Jason Karlovich leads the way with his teammate in tow, Jared Crawford, right behind him, just 10 points back, 9 points back, rather. And those two teammates have a very sizable lead over third place. Adam Gillen, Robert Hall sits in fourth. Philip Geis sits fifth. Sixth is Matthew Moose. Cody Bias is 7th place. Kyle Gachula sits in 8th. Michael Conti in 9th. Richard Dussett rounds at your top 10. And sitting 11th and 12th are Matt Whitten and Kevin King, respectively. Of course, you can see by the text which of those drivers in the top 12 actually already have their black stripes. So they're not running for pro. They're just running for fun, running for competition, running to stay sharp, as most of those drivers are actually in the DWC and running out. That's their primary focus. But still, nonetheless, great ground to go out there and mix it up. This is definitely the toughest car in iRacing, as everybody knows. And, this is the biggest, highest level of competition. It's really high-stakes stuff out here in Vegas. All these drivers about to be all in. Real quick, before we get into server, though, we're waiting on this thing to pop up. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this.
Rock and roll. If that's cool, then you need to do it over at HD Radio Network. HD Radio Network, 4 stations broadcasting 24/7 with everything from metal favorites to the 80s classic rock like legendary Leonard Skinner, Electric Light Orchestra, Foreigner, and bone-rattling, skull-crushing rock and roll on hard driving radio. And partnered with Nuff World Simulation Gaming, check out the HD Radio Network's Nuff Radio with Bear Factory, Stone Temple Pilots, Def Leppard, and a whole lot more. HDRadionetwork.com. Take your pick and rock your brains out, dude.
All right, welcome back, race fans. Sitting here live, actually loading into the server now. Jerry the Corn Dog Wolf working the magic tonight on the cameras, waiting for him to load in, so we might not have a picture just yet, but getting close here now. I believe we're probably going to have just a few minutes to go. I'm having an exceptionally long loading time right here. I think I got that Taiwan dial-up going on. Here we go. Looking like, see, what do we got for tonight? We got 26 drivers tonight. Wow, look at this, partner. 22 of these guys actually took qualifying time. That's nice to see. It's usually, you only get about half the field, or maybe sometimes less than that actually qualify. So good deal. Guys feeling like track position was important tonight, and I think they're probably right. This is a track where you can get racy, partner, but man, seems to be this is a good track for track position, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. You saw it in the Cup race today. It's all about putting yourself up there in position, for that final stint at the end. Regardless of your tire strategy against everybody else, it doesn't really matter. As long as your car's up there in that clean air, that's the place to be at the end here at Vegas, Jesse.
Absolutely, man, for sure. It makes a big difference, especially with these cars, man. It seems like more than any other car in the service, this Cup car, man, really loves some clean air, and I know there's no doubt about it. Man, looking through the field, God, I mean, many of the guys in that top 12 in point standings are in this race tonight. It's going to be, as always, on Sunday Night Road to Pro. Just a barn burner, man. Harder to pick than a broken nose. It's going to be more intense than a bunch of Indians, you feel me? But right now, before we get started, let's send it down trackside, the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, awesome edition of the national anthem, man. You know what that means? Last call. These drivers about to start hitting the track right here and get gridded up. Go ahead and start running you through this field, man. On the front row, starting on pole. Kevin King, he hadn't hopped in his car yet, man. But Kevin King with a blazing 39.316, sitting on pole. Outside pole is going to be the number 4 car, Nick Ottinger.
Jesse starting in third, we got Brandon Schmidt, and starting in fourth, we got Robert Hall, 2 big gunslingers up there.
Yeah, one of the dynamic duo, man. The number 6, Jared Crawford, he's going to start in 5th place out here tonight. And the number 13, Kenneth O'Keefe's going to start outside of him.
Starting 7th there, we got Alex Brune, and number 1 driver in here, we got Tyler D. Hudson.
Gary the Cooksey is going to start at inside row in 9th place in that 23 car. Outside him, right out your top 10, the number 3 car, Jason Karlovich. That is your Sunday Night Road to Pro points leader to this point.
I'm starting 11th, just got Paul Kashiba, and starting 12th, we got Chris Overland.
Carson McClellan in 14 car is going to start back down the inside line on 13th. Outside of him, number 24, Richard Dussett.
I'm starting 15th, we got Uncle Jay Johnson, and starting 16th, we got Casey Malone.
Kyle Chula going to start from pit road, man. He's doing the chicken dance down in that 18 car. Matthew Moose going to start in 18th place in that 8 car tonight.
Starting 19th, it's Dylan Duvall, and starting 20th, we got number 2 ranked driver in here, Matt Witten.
Number 21, Rob Ackley's going to roll off in 21st position. Number 19, Chad Coleman's going to start outside of him.
In 23rd, Jesse, we got Michael Connie, and 24th, we got that's Chad Pruitt.
Yeah, those two both not to qualify, as well as these two are going to round your field. In 25th, the number 22 car of Ashley Miller, and round out this field tonight is going to be the number 25 of Josh Connors. So there you go. That's your field, man. You got gunslingers from top to bottom, no doubt. I would advise betting on this one, man. It might damage your bankroll. So many big hitters here tonight. But that being said, the way the season's gone so far, Gale Force with Jared Crawford and Jason Karlovich look like they're the team to beat. But I don't know, man. There's some big hitters in here tonight for sure. So this is why we run the race tonight. We're looking at 110 laps, 110 lap distance with about 58 to 62 laps. Fuel mileage window, so I mean these guys can't do it on one stop, but here we go. Pace car is about to get in. These boys are all buckled up tight. They're ready to go. Flag is in the air. You know what it is. Let's crank them knobs up. We rolling. right, welcome these fans. Here we go, man. Lap 2, right away. Kevin King sneaking out to a little bit of a gap here on Nick Ottinger, partner. And for the most part, everybody's single-filed right now. You know what I mean? These guys, you know how it is in these cars, man. They're icy, they're heavy, pins and needles type of situation to handle it, especially when the tires are cold and got low pressure. So these boys, man, they look like they're just in stalker mode right now, looking for the guys in front of them to maybe slip up a little bit and open the window. What do you think?
Back here, 10th or 11th place, we got that's at 10 car Paul Kashiba. So he's looking underneath Gary Cooksey. He looks like he's going to complete that pass. He's down there in them tough bumps everybody's been struggling with this week. Comes off a turn. Ooh, pretty close. Looks like he's going to beat him in the 3 here, Jesse. Probably complete that path.
Yeah, no doubt. Gary Cooksey is not giving up, man. He sees that train in the mirror behind him, and he's fighting pretty tough out that outside line. As he gets a little bit of the wall coming off of 4, that may make him want to drop back, as he is now going to roll on back right there and give a few spots away. Looks like he's going to be able to slide in behind the 15 of Michael J. Johnson.
Just a little bit ahead of us, guys. Jesse, we got a good little battle going on up here. That's at that 6 car, Jared Crawford. He just put a pass there on Tyler Hudson, just fell in right behind that that car number 13 of Kenneth O'Keefe. So it's a good little group going there too. It's single file a lot, but there's also some racing going on out there too, Jesse.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No doubt. Jared Crawford looking to pick his way forward right now, sitting in 6th position. And, man, he's looking again now, starting to peek underneath that 13 car. Kenneth O'Keefe now coming out of turn 2, down the back. Doesn't look like he's going to have the momentum this time, but he definitely, you're right, partner, man. Jared Crawford's looking to flex the muscles here early on and let these boys know, hey, I got a good car tonight.
Yeah, just speaking of that, Scar, we didn't see him in the field at Phoenix last week. I'm sure he ran and got his points. Not sure where his point situation is right now. I know he's got the blue stripe. He's trying to, he's on the road to pro. He's trying to get the black stripe. So Jared Crawford looking pretty good here. We missed him last week. We don't know how he done points wise, but he's looking pretty good so far in this race.
Another driver on the move, another one under the Gale Force banner as well. Carson McClellan of 14 just moved himself into the top 10 as he drove around Paul Kashiba in the 10 car right there. And he ain't got all the attention his teammates have got this season. He's not quite up there in the points, but then again, he's already got the black stripe. So with this being the road to pro, focus hasn't really been on him. But Carson McClellan has had some good runs, and he's looking like he might have another good one tonight.
Jesse, I was going through the field here, and I looked at this 16 car, Alex Chabrone. I don't know if you're seeing the same paint job I'm seeing, man, but ain't that the most colorful car on the track right now?
Yeah, man, I would agree. I think it looked like, is that clouds or popcorn on there? I'm not sure, but definitely it's a pretty car. I think you can definitely say that it's a pretty car.
It's one of those cars just that, you can see it out there, and that means if you hit it, then you're not a good driver if you hit that car. It's probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah, don't want to switch into that one, for sure. I tell you what, man. Jerry, you got an update for us, brother?
What? I'm going to tell you what, it almost looks like somebody might have lost a bet somewhere down the road is what I'm thinking.
Hey, man, we're in Meg, dude. Let's see what happens when he takes that helmet off. Maybe he's bald, too. Let's see. We never know. But I tell you what, he's looking good right now in that 60 car. We're picking on him right here, but he's sitting in 9th position. He's got Carson McClellan, who I was just talking about, right behind him, man. And up front of them, the 1 of Tyler Hudson now looking to make the move back by the 6 of Jared Crawford. So right up in front of those guys, they're starting to get a little racy. But Jared Crawford, man, off of 2, Captain Momentum. He came off the top side like Spider-Man right there.
So we might have a challenge lead up here, Jesse, at Nick Ottinger in that 4. He has pulled up somewhat pretty close there to our leader, Kevin King. Looking pretty good in that Ream Chevrolet.
Yeah, no doubt. Those are looking really equal right now. And you're absolutely right. Ottinger's been closing the gap a little bit. Those guys have about a second gap over Robert Hall and Brandon Schmidt. Kenneth O'Keefe right there in tow, round your top 5. And yeah, I mean, those guys seem to be riding for the most part, but this 3 car right here, Jason Karlovich, man, our points leader, starts back there in 10th place, hasn't gained a lot of spots yet. He runs 8th currently, but he's looking to work over that mirror, Tyler D. Hudson right now in the 7th position.
Yeah, that was your top 2 finishers last week. Phoenix, Jesse, had 3 of Jason Karlovich, that 1 of Tyler Hudson. Man, they were, Karlovich had the track position and he kept it, and this is the same type of race. It's all about track position, so I'm sure it's on a lot of these drivers' mind tonight. Getting that track position, putting yourself up there at the right time is going to be the main key tonight.
put a spotlight on lowest ranked driver in here tonight, man. In the number 26 car, running 16th position. Dylan Duvall looking pretty good here early on, man. He just hadn't really made any moves yet. He has gained some spots, though. Started 19th. So, you know what I mean? Let's keep an eye on him. He's got, you know, these guys, a lot of these guys are real prima donna when it comes to I-rating points because they got captain I-ratings already. But it's significant. You come in here, you rank number 26 driver. You're not, you know, as far as I-rating is concerned, you're not expected to do well. And here he sits midfield, man, looking to make some progress right now as he peaks under the 11 car of Michael Conti.
Yeah, Jess, you say he's the the lowest guy in here. In the chat earlier, someone said he had a 4,907 I rating, so that's pretty high up there. You know, anybody out there wanting to jump in and run this Sunday night Road to Pro, that's a lot of I rating to get. That's a lot of races, and a lot of hard work to get your I rating up here just to run with these dudes. But they're having a heck of a race, and that shows that I've seen a lot more patience than I'm seeing last week at Phoenix.
Oh, absolutely. No, this has definitely got a professional looking start to it for sure. Looking good. And no doubt, I mean, in this type of field, even the midgets slam dunk in the NBA. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's a little different in a mega split race. The lowest ranked guy's not exactly, I mean, every one of these guys is a proven winner in most everything they run. So, no doubt. But here we go, man. We got a challenge up here. The 7, Brandon Schmidt, getting worked over by the 13 of Kenneth O'Keefe right here. Brandon Schmidt, the 7, looking pretty good on that outside line right now, though. And look who's drawn up behind him right here, Jared Crawford, the 6. Trying to pick up the pieces, man. But I tell you what, a 7 to Brandon Schmidt, he hung tough on the top side. And we've seen quite a few drivers be able to make that work tonight off the top. They catch a challenge on the bottom. Looks like the guy on the bottom's about to get rolling, and the dude on top, man, he just, you know what I mean, they're really working this top side really well coming off these corners. Because Jared Crawford's going to try the side. It's getting tight right here. Potential 3 wide. 3 wide through turn 3 and 4. Everybody giving room right here, but someone's going to have to give as they exit the corner. Oh, my. Good stuff. Jared Crawford not giving in. Nobody's giving an inch right here. Now they're going to try and haul off into turn 1. 3 wide partner. Okay, somebody had to give, and it was the 7 of Brandon Schmidt. Probably a smart move right there. Now looking to the outside, though. Outside of his teammate, I believe. 6 of Jared Crawford.
Yeah, just while that's going on, we just had an awesome battle up here. While that was going on, I was watching that, and then I scroll up here, and man, this Kevin King and Nick Ottinger, they've been battling side by side. That has pulled Robert Hall right to him. He's got that draft. So we got a 3-horse race up here. Not really running away from the field, but them guys, they need to settle down back there. 3 wide ain't gonna help you catch these 3.
Oh, but it sure isn't a watch, man. They've done a good job with it, too, I tell you what. But you're right, man. Things coming in 3s right here. As Robert Hall does run these 2 down, he's looking pretty good right now, man. I mean, his car is not traveling at all, man. He's picking a line. He's holding that line to these corners and keeping a lot of momentum off the exit. You know, he's not running this top side either and still making great momentum. So, you know, Robert Hall get a problem. He could be a spoiler for these dudes. Now we got 3 horses up front, rather greyhounds up front, man. The horses are back here battling it out. Kenneth O'Keefe, though, he's escaped, man. He's escaped for now. He sits 4th place in that 13 car. He's got a little bit of a gap between him and the rest of these guys battling back here.
Yeah, Jesse, he escaped the storm. I mean, that was a lot of racing going on, a lot of close racing. Probably, you know, you feel like you're almost in the last lap, all that chaos going there. One car I am watching, though, it's moving toward the front. I ain't seen him, and all of a sudden he's up here. That's that 14, Carson McKeelan. He's on the outside of Tyler D. Hudson right now. Yeah, he got a good little run going there. Look, Tyler just lost Tyler Hudson just for a second there. It looks like he's back. He is going to complete that pass on the number 1 driver in here, Tyler D. Hudson.
Yeah, McClellan has definitely been looking good here early on. He's been methodically working his way forward and looking good doing it, man. I tell you what, up front, dude, Robert Hall got around the 4, Nick Ottinger. Hasn't pulled up on the rear deck of Kevin King right now. He sits about 4 or 5 car lengths behind him right here. But, man, you know, we've seen it with him before. It was Homestead, I believe, partner, a couple weeks back. Man, you know, they had that, like, it was 82, 83 lap run at Homestead, and it was Philip Geis who sat on pole and really looked like he had the car to beat that night. But as they got into the long run, they cycled through the green flag pit stop. Man, Robert Hall was on another level, dude. I mean, he was gone. So, definitely, if this thing stays green, you got to think, just based on what we've seen, Robert Hall has got to be a guy you got to favor in a long haul situation.
Yeah, Jesse, I was There's races I won't broadcast them, but you know, I tuned in a few times, and every single time that there's a 1.5-mile racetrack, man, you got to count Robert Hall in as being one of the best, probably in iRacing of you know, just saving his equipment, saving his tires, and being good, you know, good on the overall whole run, and you know, that's what it takes to win championships. That's what it takes to win races. So.
Ooh, it's getting real tight here between the 10, the 1, and the 14. Man, I tell you what, dude, they were just connected right there. Got a little train going. 10, Paul Kashiba is sitting back there in 8th position. He's looking like, dude, I got a good car. I need to go. You know what I mean? He's looking like he's ready to go. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But yeah, just a moment ago, Parter. I mean, they were all nose to tail.
I'm pretty impressed. 23 laps in, no real wows, no real scares. Yeah, like you said earlier, man, it's just a professionally ran race. I think these guys know that, you know, last week wasn't even really worth watching. There was quite a few cautions out there, so I think they've cleaned it up and trying to give us a good show tonight. As Wesley put on the forum, to give us a good show, that's what we're seeing. A lot of patience out there.
Oh, absolutely. I know. This has definitely got a good look to it, man. It's looking like green flag pit stops could be huge again tonight, man. And, you know, I mean, it's cool to have them wow moments. Wrecks can be fun to watch sometimes, man. But, you know, these kind of races here, too, I really like these, man. And a lot can happen. You know what I mean? You get a long run. You get green flag pit stops. That's big, especially in these cars, man. I wouldn't say that this is one of the more difficult pit roads. But in this car, as heavy as it is, man, as fast as these boys are going, it's tough, man. As you know, it's tough part to get these things rolled down on pit road in green flag conditions. You know, I mean, you got to get everything you can get. These are the best guys, you know, in the world of sim racing. Some of them, anyways. So, you know, it's definitely a high pressure situation, man. And you know, we seen it a couple weeks ago at Homestead. There was, you know, on the flip side of what Robert Hall did with his stop, there was the other coin, side of that coin. There was guys that, you know, got speeding tickets, got caught by the geek with the gun, you know, spun out on pit road, missed pit road altogether. I mean, you know, it can happen in these cars. So, you know, that's gonna already, in lap 26, still about 30 laps away from that. It's already got to be on their mind. Up front here, Robert Hall in that 9 car, we were just talking about it, man, to the lead, went around Kevin King, partner.
Absolutely. Yeah, move Robert Hall up to the front. Here 26 laps in, he's, you know, done the long run thing. I'm looking way back here, man, and I don't know if we missed something or not. His times look pretty good right now. That's at 18 of Kyle Catula. Man, he's 24 seconds off the pace. Don't know what happened. The car looks clean to me, Jesse.
Partner, he did the chicken dance, man. He started on pit road. He expected he didn't give a lot of faith to his fellow competitors as he blasted the wall right there all by himself. Not sure how that happened, but maybe he's got a tire going south. Not sure. But yeah, he started on the road expecting a wreck fest, I think, and now that strategy hasn't played out for him. So he's begging for a caution for sure.
Yeah, I know. I don't question his strategy. Some of the Vegas races I've seen this week has been behind the pace car. You know, I understand, you know, he's probably serious points racing.
No doubt. Dude, another guy who's doing some serious racing right now, man, catching the push from the 1 car is that 10 of Paul Kashiba. We were just talking about him. He was behind the 1, the 14, now in front of the 1, looking to get underneath that 14 of Carson McClellan as they haul off into turn 1. McClellan not leaving a ton of room down there. Real game off of turn 2 right there. Dang, man, he gets a good run off of turn 2 down the back right there. Carson McClellan going to hold tough on a 6th position right there.
Yeah, that's a group that, you know, Kenneth O'Keefe, he escaped him. He got out of there. I'm pretty sure he's happy he got out of that group, but they've been definitely the most raciest group on the track, and they have not left each other. Carson McClellan went to the front of that group, but he can't seem to pull away from him like Kenneth O'Keefe done his, that 10, Paul Kashiba. Looks like he's going for the pass again there, Jesse.
Yeah, he sure is, man. I tell you what, you want to talk about having faith in your fellow competitors, man. These boys, you know, they trust each other. You can tell by the way they're racing, man. They're not leaving. A lot of times, you know, you can put 4 of them in there as the 7 of Brandon Schmidt pulls up on this group. They're not leaving each other much wiggle room. Oh, speaking of wiggle room, the 10 wiggles a little bit right in front of the 1, and that's what I'm talking about, man. They get it all back down. Great job right there. Great heads up by the 1 and the 7 of Hudson and Schmidt. But, you know, I mean, these boys really trust each other. Racing this tight, this close, as the 10 starts inching in on a 14 again. One big bobble, and all these guys could be in trouble.
Absolutely. I don't know. It looks like the Kenneth O'Keefe, I believe he was the 5th place car. He might have put a pass that we might have missed there on Jared Crawford. So Kenneth O'Keefe's times right now is looking as good as the leaders. You know, he's just a little bit short on track position right now.
Yeah, actually, you know, he's been in 4th, and Jared Crawford's been on the move, man. He's actually been running him down. He had driven away from that group back there we've been focused on. And, yeah, he's looking good. Jared Crawford in 5th place right now, looking like he's coming after Kenneth O'Keefe right here. And his lap times are actually a touch quicker the last couple laps than our 2 leaders, but not by much. You know what I mean? They're pretty equal, really.
We got a pass backer of this is for the 10th position. Guy we ain't mentioned yet, it's Michael Connie. This 7 car looks like he's falling off just a little bit. This group behind him starting to catch him. Yeah, Michael Connie, he's going to put the pass on Brandon Schmidt, and it looks like Jason Carville, he's going to try to go around the high line there around Schmidt.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man, we've seen more passes on the top and more guys holding their position on the top than on the bottom, and that really surprises me tonight. I'm impressed by that. Majority of the passes we've seen made on the inside line have been situations where one driver looked like he waved another driver by. So yeah, this top line, man, I'll tell you what, it looks really good. You know, when they come in on stops, the driver that can get this car set up to make the pass on the bottom and be able to beat that guy's momentum off the top, that guy's going to be in real good shape. Because it looks to me tonight like if you get in any kind of trouble, man, you just get up there in that top line, you got a good car, you can hang on. You know, you can fight off the pack. And you know how that is here. These guys get so lined up, man. You let one go, oftentimes you're losing 5, 6, 7 positions in one fell swoop. You can't get off the top. Yeah,
absolutely. This race is just, you know, since they redone Vegas, it's become a lot faster. And, you know, it used to be a one-line racetrack. This is actually a racetrack I've been to in real life, but never been to the new configuration here at Vegas. And, you know, when I went, it was pretty flat. It seemed one line around, you know, bottom line, but now, you know, they put bumps in 1 and 2. Just seems like, you know, the high line works good, and actually the high line in 3 and 4 is probably even better than in 1 and 2 because of just how wide that turn is.
Absolutely, partner. Well, I tell you what, we're in lap 36 right now. We're probably about 20 to 28 laps away from green flag pit stops. Robert Hall leads the way, looking really good right here, starting to drive away from his closest competitors, Kevin King and Nick Ottinger. With that, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after these messages.
Dig. Hard as you can go all the way to the wall, dig, back to speed. Tires looked awesome too, bud, and then there at the end you were mowing down those guys pretty quick.
Guys bearing down on your 20, hard and fast.
You've been doing an awesome job. We'll get us one tonight.
Base car pulled off. Flag, green flag.
All right, welcome back, race fans. Now, as Robert Hall, our race leader, hits the stripe, working lap 40 of 110 right here, man. About 20 laps or so from pit stops. So let's go ahead and start running through this field, man. Just mentioned him, number 9 of Robert Hall. Sits out there in front and actually been clicking off about a tenth and a half over Kevin King and Nick Ottinger behind him. Kevin King, of course, he sits right there in 5 car, second place. Been up front all night, man. I don't think Kevin King's been any further back than second place, so great night for him so far.
Yeah, Justin riding around here in third. That's at 4 Ream Chevrolet of Nick Ottinger. He was second place there for a while. Robert Hall come up and passed everybody on this long run. And yeah, so Nick Ottinger, he's just sitting there in third place, biding his time, probably thinking about some adjustments. And back here in fourth place, we got that 13th of Kenneth O'Keefe, and he was part of that group back there. He's drove away, and currently, yeah, he's sitting here in fourth place, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked good, man. Right there with him, hanging right with him, is the number 6 of Jared Crawford. It looked like he was going to be able to come there and get around Kenneth O'Keefe, but he's decided, they're pretty equal. He's going to ride with him here for a while. Sitting comfy in the top 5, and back behind him, about nearly 2 seconds back, the number 14 of Carson McClellan sits in 6th position, having a really good night so far. I think he just hoped for a caution, man. If he can get a caution, get caught back up with these leaders, maybe get some adjustments, he might be able to do some damage yet.
Yeah, Jesse, coming off his right here in 7th, that's the number 1 driver in here. That's Tyler Dietz, and coming off his 2nd place finish last week at Phoenix. I haven't really seen him as much on Sunday Road to Pro. I don't know if he's just started racing on Sunday nights. Currently, yeah, he's riding in the 7th spot, looking pretty good. And riding behind him there in 8th, that's that Michael Conning. Remember, he was behind that group that was in front of him, and he ran through quite a bit of them there, and he's currently riding right now in 8th place, running just almost as good a lap times as our leader, just doesn't have the track position.
Back in 9th position, man, number 10 car, Paul Kashiba, been really hot foot, been really aggressive. Looks to me like as we get into this longer run, it looks like maybe his car's starting to fall off a little bit, but still sitting strong inside the top 10 at 9th position, and rounding out your top 10. About 7-8 car lengths behind Paul Kashiba is Brandon Schmidt in that 7 car, having just a solid run tonight. And with some of the luck he's had this season, man, just a solid run. Going to feel real good for him, I know it.
And back here in 12th, I've seen that 24 Gale Force paint job. That's Richard Doucette. I don't really know his points position, but I know he's up there. He might be about borderline probably of getting the black stripe as we're halfway through the season here, but looking really good riding in that 12th spot. And behind him is last week's Phoenix winner. That's that 3 car, Jason Cartilage. Looking pretty good. He's been at the front a lot more. I would say probably just relaxing right now, buying his time.
Yeah, no doubt. Had a little bit of a jumble up on some of the positions. Casey Malone on the move in that 20 car actually has moved up into 10th, and now looking underneath the 10 of Paul Kashiba. So, boy, I tell you what, just in a matter of a couple laps, that dude is rolling. And then back here we got in 14th position, number 8 car, Matthew Moose, is having a quiet night so far. He's picked his way forward from where he started by a few spots. He's just kind of riding around back here, about 9 seconds off the lead right now. My partner's having technical difficulty, so I'm going to go ahead and keep running you through this field, man. Sitting in the 17 car in 15th position, Chris Overland. Right there behind him, the number 22 of Ashley Miller sits 16th. Cooksey Munster in the number 23 sits 17th position. Alex Chambrone in that pretty car back there in the Rainbow Bright car, all by himself right now. He ain't got no kind of heat on him and ain't racing nobody right now. Just a Sunday drive for Alex Chambrone. Michael J. Johnson rolling all by himself out there in 19th position. Back behind him, the 12 of Chad Pruitt. It really surprises me to see Matt Whitten all the way back here in 21st position, that 2 car. Not sure if maybe the situation with fuel, I felt like everybody could make this on one stop, but man, he seems a little bit off the pace of what he'd normally be doing. Dylan Duvall in the 26 car as well, after moving forward early in this run, has dropped back a good bit now. He sits 22nd. Rest of your field is Rob Ackley, Josh Connors, Chad Coleman, and Kyle Catula is getting close to being a lap down. Of course, I think green flag stops are going to save him, but man, he really needed a caution after starting on pit road tonight. So there you go. There's your field. Waiting on my partner to get to the server. He got bit by the disco bug. But, man, out front here, looking back at the gap now, Robert Hall's got about a second over Kevin King in 2nd place, and Nick Onger as they get to race, as a matter of fact. Here goes Nick Onger in the 5 now. Looking to get underneath, Kevin King in the 5, looking to get underneath Nick Onger in the 4. These boys getting raced up there on the top side, and it's been working for these guys all night here late in the run. Still working for the number 4, Nick Onger. She's going to hold that position down the back.
Yeah, sorry about Jesse. I don't know. I was, he's running through the field, and man, I just lost everybody on the track there. But I'm back in, and looks like everything's all the technical difficulties I had there is taken care of. So,
dude, you spilled the water. You spilled the bong water on the modem again, didn't you?
yeah, they'll be out Tuesday to get me a new modem. We just switched internets, and not very happy with their new provider.
Right on, man. I'll tell you what now, working lap 51, quickly approaching the halfway mark, lap 55. I tell you what, man, these guys, dude, they're on a mission to have a clean green run tonight, man. I'm telling you what, I've been so impressed by this. This has been a crazy, crazy good race. Chad Coleman, lap down now, you know what? He must have got the disco invite same time you did, partner. I don't see that he's disconnected from the server, but Chad Coleman not running laps. Currently being shown lap down, now 2 laps down, so dang, tough break for him.
Yeah, Jesse, I don't see that he's off the server. I'm gonna pull him up here and see.
But anyway, yeah, Kyle Gattuso too. I was just mentioning him, partner, dude. He's getting dangerously close to getting lapped. So I think I don't know, man. If I was him, dude, I think I might just run this fuel tank dry, you know what I mean? Because these guys are probably gonna have to pit before they lap him. But yeah, if I was him, man, I think I'd stretch this thing out and just pray for a caution.
Yeah, Jesse, looks like we're gonna have that Nick Ottinger, number 4 car. Looks like he's motioning. He's coming down the pit road this time. I'm seeing the 22. He just dipped on. Jason Cartilage, he's hitting pit road too. Pit stop starting here.
Yeah, here we go, man. A little bit earlier than I thought, but it looks like these boys that are coming in now, they're going to try and cut this race right in half. Might not be a bad call, as you mentioned, the 4, Nick Ottinger signaling he's coming. And the pretty car up there, Alex Chambrone in the 16, man, he's already on pit road, but let's focus on Nick Ottinger as he comes from 2nd position. Kevin King coming with him. Looking good, hot coming in a little bit. Nice, both guys on the pit road, nice and clean right here. Kevin, he's starting in the front here, so they're going to have to negotiate something right here. Ottinger's going to have to get in his stall first. Kevin King's right on him, boys. It's going to be tight. Oh, they're going to do that old iRacing trick where you can drive through the cars. That can be helpful. So both them guys coming in looking really good. Robert Hall already. Oh, right now here he comes. Robert Hall coming to pit road now. Little bit hot. Geek with the gun, giving him a hard look, but I don't think he's going to get a ticket for that one. He may just get off with a warning this time.
Jesse, that 20 of Malone come down. We got Richard Doucette. He's coming off pit road. Michael J. Johnson. Looks like we got all 4 tire stops there, as well as Jared Crawford.
Yeah, man, I tell you, the feeding truck is full and the hogs are coming. My goodness, the majority of the whole field has now made the trip to pit road. I haven't seen any miscues yet. We can't. We're not spiders. We don't got a million eyes. We can't see everything. But so far, from what I've seen, everybody has done an outstanding job getting on and off pit road. Still got a bunch of numbers on pit road right now. The 11 on his way off. That's Michael Conti. He's bringing the 14 cars from Cleveland's coming out right behind him right here. These guys are merging through. Paul Kashiba gives up the race lead. The number 10 car, Paul Kashiba, he's on pit road now. Looks like he's about your last to pit. 29, I'm hearing 29-second pit stop for Robert Hall. He did get caught. They didn't let him go with the warning. He got a 15-second holding penalty, and that is going to just absolutely destroy his chances if this thing stays green. Wouldn't be surprised, with the gap they had, it wouldn't be surprised if he can still get a good finish. But you can forget about winning this race without a caution with that kind of mistake, man. That's what I'm talking about. This ain't easy. These guys make this. Oh, the 22 and the 1 back come together. Holy cow. They're definitely not making it look easy. But, guys make a lot of this stuff look easy. But the reality is, man, it's tough. And you get even a guy like Robert Hall, man, who's a proven veteran, go in there and make a little mistake, man. You see it in real racing all the time, at the NASCAR level. So, wow, dude, who's that out there on the outside line? 18 at Cobb. Boy, he was all up in the wall right there. I'm not sure what was going on. He's got it righted now. Yeah,
Jesse, I mentioned Robert Hall, man. Out front, dominating, drove up there, took the lead. Man, that's just, as a racer, I haven't raced at this type of level yet. But it's just, when you have a green flag run, it's what you want. It's what you want to see. But man, when they get you with the speeding penalty, that just really messes with your confidence a lot. But man, I've seen a lot from that Robert Hall. If there's any driver out there on the track that can come back from it, it'd be that driver. So we'll just have to wait and see. There's still 50 laps left in this race, so still a long way to go.
Yeah, a long way to go. A lot can happen, and the intensity dial just went up. I know it's just halfway, still a lot of racing to do, but it's the second half of the race, so the intensity dial is going to go up for sure. And Robert Hall now, I mean, dude, he sits back there in 19th position, 18 and a half seconds back nearly. But I'm looking at the field in front of him, and if this thing were to stay green, I still think Robert Hall can get a good, solid finish tonight. But with him already having his black stripe, I believe that 9 car and the rest of the guys who have black stripes, they're here pretty much for one thing and one thing only. That's win the race. You know what I mean? Go out and try and kick some butt. That's pretty much what these boys are trying to do. So it's unfortunate, but I tell you what, Nick Ottinger was the man on the pit stops, man. No mistakes. Him and Kevin King came in together. Ottinger right now, your leader by nearly a second over Kevin King, and they have about the same gap they had over Kenneth Keith before, about 3.5, 4 seconds. So throughout it looks like for the most part, guys did really well. One guy that I'm looking that's really standing out that went the right direction is at number 22, running 13th position right now, Ashley Miller. I can't imagine it would have been a two-tire situation. So, but man, I mean, he was running back, around 20th. You know what I mean? So he gained a lot. And he's not too far behind the next 4 runners in front of him. So Ashley Miller in that 22 car definitely, one we better keep our eye on here this second half.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a group that, to me it looks like a lot of the cars that short pitted that come out on top, because I got Casey Malone here. He's running 5th place. I believe he's short pitted. He was one of the first ones to come in, and that Michael Connie, that 11 car, he's short pitted too, and Richard Doucette. So some of these guys that short pitted seem to be that, they might have got the better track position coming out of the pits, getting them on them sticker tires, getting the better laps, while some of them stayed out, like that 10 of Paul Kashiva.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great point, but I didn't notice that either. The 20 of Casey Malone, you're absolutely right. He's in 5th place. That is a big move, because I believe he was somewhere back there around 10. He was on the move there when we started to go through the field. He was that car that was on the move and picked up like 4 positions in 2 laps. So yeah, man, that's another one we better keep our eye on for sure the second half of the race. He's got a large gap he needs to make up to Jared Crawford and Kenneth O'Keefe, the closest cars to him. But he's looking pretty solid now running in front of Michael Conti.
Yeah, and also we had Jason Carlos. He's running 10th back here too. He's just about come out where he comes. What it comes down to is just, it's the time on pit road. I think like Casey Malone, that Richard Doucette, and Michael Connie. I think all them guys, they really had great pit stops too. Not just the pitting early helped them. I think the great pit stops really put them where they're at right now, and they're all looking pretty good. But you can see the difference. But some of these guys back here, they got a couple. They got a couple more laps on their tires than the guys ahead of them. So pretty interesting to see how it's going to play out.
No doubt, man. 18 and Kyle Gatula now down 1 lap, riding right behind our race leader, Nick Ottinger, who's put another couple tenths on Kevin King. So here in the early stint, man, that 4 car is definitely hooked up and ripping right here. Looking back through to see if we can find some racing going on, and really nothing going on right yet. Pretty much everybody's running their race. Look like just get what they can get right now, filling it out for the most part, trying to bide their time. And that's what it looks like to me. A lot of these guys are biding their time right here. If they got a group, they got to try and catch. Some of those guys look like they're digging a little bit, but for the guys that are in packs right now, it looks like they're just kind of stalking their prey for a while here.
Yeah, just however, we ain't mentioned much tonight. Excuse me, is that too of Matt Whitten? I mean, he comes here as a second-ranked driver, and I know he's always up front. Something might just be amiss tonight with that car. He's currently running 21st after that cycle pit stop. So just to me, don't seem like a Matt Whitten night. I know he's normally up there, top 10 guaranteed.
Well, the good news is he's beating that pretty car behind him. So that's the good news. But yeah, I agree, man. I mentioned that too when I went through the field. That I don't know if they put the wrong setup in that car or what, but yeah, normally, you used to seeing Matt Whitten up there towards the front of the field. Vegas not being doing, man. He may have enjoyed one too many of them complimentary drinks they love to give out around here.
Oh yeah. A little bit ahead of him is Robert Hall. He's still sitting in 18th. I mean, his best case scenario is a caution. Really needs that. He's still running 30.7s though.
Yeah, he's looking good, man. The other one's looking good right here. Moving his way to the top 5 is Michael Conti in that 11 car. As he puts the pressure on the 20 of Casey Malone. And once he got in there on the quarter, it looked to me like the 20 just said, okay, he backed out. He let the 11 go. He said, all right, you be the rabbit for a while. I'll chase you. Those two, looking pretty good right here. But as we mentioned before, I mean, there's a large margin, there's a large gap they need to try and make up on the runners in front of them. But they both have they got a healthy lead on the racing going on behind them. Is the 14 of Carson McClellan. He has 8th, 1/7. He's going to take it away from Richard Doucette right here as they roll off into turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, that 14 Carson McClellan, pretty impressed with him earlier. Looks like he had a solid pit stop. He's riding that 7th position right now. And just been told by the officials there, we got a caution out, Jesse.
Caution on racetrack. Oh my goodness. Debris. That changes everything. We're going to try and dig this up. I'm not seeing any major trouble. Whatever it was must have been pretty isolated. I'm hearing now the 18 of Kyle Gatula. The 18 is going to be the cause right here. Not sure how it happens, but he was running. I mean, he just been lapped. He was running all by himself, so he may just cut down a tire. Jerry, did you get a peek at that, brother?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm taking a look at it here, guys. Looks like he's coming out of the corner. Not seeing anything yet at this point. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, Jesse just coming out of the corner there, all by himself, got loose, spun it around a couple times around, and it looks like, that 5 car might have just barely got around him. 18 hard into the inside wall, guys, a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah, he hit 20 part of the wall right there, man. Hope he's okay. They are going to go ahead and pack that car up on the truck. He'll try it again next week in Thunder Valley. And, I mean, that just goes to show you, man, even in the mega split, these boys are human too. Everybody can run out of talent. Kagatula just showed that to the world. Here we go. Number 4 coming in, bringing the field with him right here. Lap 72 of 110. These stops could be money. Then again, partner, you know what happens. I don't want to spoil this here. I don't want to throw a hex on this race, but it's a lot more difficult for these boys to be patient on a situation like this on a restart with 40 laps to go, less than 40 laps to go. I don't think we're going to see the patience we see in the first stint leading to the green flags. I think this next run we're going to see some Top Gun dogfighting. What do you think, partner?
Oh, absolutely. As somebody, man, just overdrove their stall. Oh, that 9 car, Robert Hall, man. I mean, that's going to really hurt his track position there. As Kevin King, he gets off pit road first. He had that first pit stall. And Jesse, you know who that 5 car was? That was Kevin King, man. He just about hit Kyle Gatula. That was right in front of him there earlier, Jesse.
Yeah, close call. Close call to him. Ottinger drops like a stone, man, from first position back to 6th. Kevin King put it down, coming off pit road first. Who is that now sitting in 2nd place? It looks like Carson. No, not Carson McClellan. Who is that? Jason Karlovich?
That's, yes, Jason Karlovich. Yep, 3 car. And Kenneth O'Keefe following him there, Jesse.
Oh, my. So big move for Jason Karlovich. Not sure, if that was 4 tires or 2. Probably, I would imagine everybody took 4 at this. So just a great stop. Tell you what, man, get to the end of the race, and then look, he's got, you got Jared Crawford sitting back there in 4th. Kenneth O'Keefe, yeah, you just mentioned him, man, hanging tough. It's like he's in 3rd right here. Goodness gracious, this is gonna change everything, though, man. I feel like it's about to go bananas right now. We're about to have some high stakes Vegas racing, man. This is gonna get crazy. These last 35 laps, man, are gonna be bananas.
Yeah, Jesse, we've seen an awesome race. Really happy to see all these drivers come out here and give us a good show here. But hopefully we don't see a replay of Phoenix last week. We don't want to see some quick cautions. We don't want to see it get ugly and everybody start shaking their fists at everybody. But I do think, you know, we could be in line for a couple cautions here. Who knows? I'm hoping we'll have a good solid race here.
The 9-car Robert, you mentioned it as he come to pit road, man. My goodness, he's starting in 23rd position after having trouble on pit road once again, this time under caution. I think he hit 3 officials and like 7 crew members on other teams there as he drove through all their stalls. And man, I'll tell you what, after being so great on pit road a couple weeks back at Homestead, pit road has definitely killed him tonight. But before all that, I mean, looked like he definitely in a long run situation had the best car. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, though, we're not going to get, you know, we're not going to get a long run even if we go green from here. It's, you know, it's medium length. There's a half a fuel run right here, so. You know, I don't know, man. We got some new players up front now. Jason Karlovich there, you know what I mean? And, you know, I'm curious to see what he's got, man. I mean, he's been sitting between 8th and 13th this entire race for the most part, and, you know, just riding along. Now he's up front here. I don't know, man. This could get good right here.
Jesse, I like that, you know, I like the way that 4-ream Chevrolet Nick Onger was looking on that run before, man, but he lost some on that pit stop. You know, I don't know if that's 2 tires or what in front of him. You know, question to me is if he can get back there. Kevin King, you know, I think he's sitting in a pretty good spot to get out to, you know, lead this pack the way his car has been running. But don't count that 4 out yet. He's still sitting there in 6th place.
Yeah, man, I tell you, you're right, absolutely. Nick Onger in that 4-car for sure is, you know, he's the man that last stint after the pit stops there, after the green flag stops. He was the one, you know, who was looking real good. And he was actually getting away from Kevin King a little bit. But the consistency has really been Kevin King. I mean, those 3 guys, Robert Hall, Nick Onger, Kevin King, those were the 3 amigos earlier. And pit road has been both the 4-car and the 9-car tonight, and Kevin King has just stayed consistent. He stayed solid. He stayed in the top 2, top 3 the entire race. And right here, it's going to be the stick man giving him the nod, waving the flag at him. So, you know, definitely Kevin King's looking good, man. But with 35 to go, oh my goodness, this is a long way from over, man. A lot can happen. This pace car knows it's about to go down right here. He's going to get out of the way right now. Kevin King off to a quick start, man. What a start, dude. You're looking like smoke out there. And bringing the 13 and Kenneth O'Keefe with him.
Yeah, and it looks like that's that National Guard 6 of Jared Crawford. He's gonna go underneath Cartilage too. That was probably definitely a 2-tire stop for Cartilage. So he gives up 2 spots there, slides back to 4th, Jesse.
Yeah, he's got to try to fill in that gap real quick now. He's going to catch a challenge from behind. The 4, Nick Onger looking to work his way back up there now. He goes digging underneath the 3-car. And now real close back behind the 14, the 11, 3 wide. Carson McClellan in the middle. Tyler Hudson, he's going and looking on the bottom. Little contact now. Tyler Hudson onto the flat. Catches his car back up the hill behind the 14. 14 and 11 continue to battle. Here comes the 1 now. Almost gets in the rear deck of the 14. He had business on his mind. 11 is trying to escape right now. The 11 of Michael. Oh, wrecking. The 1 on his roof. He's rolling. It's going down, baby. We got cut right auto parts on the backstretch and the pretty cars involved. Oh, somebody broke a fingernail on this one. My goodness, Jerry, you better get them cameras rolling. We got a lot of work to do. And it's going to all start, I believe, with the 1-car, Tyler Hudson. He ends up rolling down the backstretch, man. Oh, my gosh. Jerry, you get to beat that, brother.
I'm going to tell you what, guys. He come out of the corner here, and he got just a little bit of wiggle, got into that 24 car, then sideways into him, and the 24 flipped him over and said, here, take that. A lot of damage to the 1-car, Jesse. But probably a great ride, though.
Dude, Jerry, dial back, the 10 cars on board. If we could watch Paul Kashiba and the 10 cars on board as he drives through that wreck, dude. If you need hard medication, don't watch this. This was exciting right here. What a move he makes to get through this wreck. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Well, there you go, man. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we get in this situation now where, you know, these guys, you know, they can ride and be patient and do all that in the first half of the race. But you get down here, you know, in the last half and the last third of this race, you know, it's go time, man. All these drivers, you know, those tight little windows that they weren't kicking in earlier, man. They're gonna start having real estate disagreements at this stage of the race. That's just how it goes. It's big time racing.
Jesse, you know, that might have been a spotter miscommunication or something, man. You know, Tyler just drove right up on that 24 car on the outside. You know, probably didn't see him there. You know, probably thought he was clear off the turn. Just unfortunate that 24s took out and Tyler D. Hudson there, you know, in the one car.
Well, I think O'Corn called it right. I kind of seen the same thing. It kind of looked to me like Hudson wiggled a little bit. Like he lost, right rear grip there for a second. She got a little skatey. He had to wrestle with the wheel like the crocodile hunter a little bit. And in the process of catching his car, man, it just kind of sent him up the hill off of 2. And unfortunately, Robert Hall was there, or excuse me, Richardson was there. And he's sitting there road now getting service. Of course, Tyler Hudson, I can't believe it, man. Look at these guys. They're working on that one car down there. I can't believe it. He about flew out the cockpit, man. You know what I mean? They buckled him back in. They put the airbag back in the dashboard. They said, "We're gonna get you back out there, man. Get what we can get." He rolled and they got him back on the track, son. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jesse. You know, you can just feel the tension in the air. We got 31 laps to go here, and hoping to see some green flag runs, man. But them guys, man, from 15th to 8th back there, they know, they gotta crack that top 5. Get any good points to them for this race. So yeah, when you say business time's picking up, business time's here, and it's right now.
Absolutely, it sure is, man. I tell you what, guy we haven't really talked about much tonight, that 8 car running in 8th position. That crazy horse number 8 car, Matthew Moose, man. We ain't really mentioned him a whole lot tonight. He's been kind of running midfield. Now he finds himself inside the top 10. Short time, just 30 laps to go. Less than 30 when we get back green, and another one rounds the top 10. The number 22, Ashley Miller. He's another one. He's been running back there, little back, back half of the pack, and now he finds himself in the top 10. So we got some new players up here, man. I'm telling you. Maybe some of these guys really, we didn't get to see what they had. You start the first run of the race, and no matter what you're anticipating as far as whether it's going to be cautions or green flag, as a driver, if you're responsible, you got to kind of take care of your stuff, because you got to have the tires in case it does go a long run, and of course that's what they got. Now all these drivers know. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. They got tires. They got 30 laps to go. Bang, go time. You know what I mean? So some of these guys didn't flex their muscle, I guess is what I'm trying to get to. They didn't flex the muscle in their cars in the first 30 laps of the race because they still had 80 to go. Now with 30 to go, guys who got medium and shorter run setups, they're going to put the balls in the dash, man. They're going to let them hang. They're going to go after it right now. And, I know Kevin King has looked like the man. Nick Ottinger and the 4 cars look great. But I just feel like there's some of these guys out here, man, that we don't know what they're really going to have in this situation. I can't wait to see who's going to come up here and try to be the spoiler.
Yeah, there's a driver back here in that 20 car, Casey Malone. I'd like to see get up there to victory lane. I know he's going for the black stripe, and that hasn't won yet. Michael Connie, I don't think he's won a Sunday. There's a lot of guys back there, that hasn't won yet, and actually quite a few. I don't believe Kevin King has won a Sunday Night Road to Pro. So good chance we might get a new winner here tonight, unless 3 car of Jason Carver wants to go up there and spoil the party again.
Yeah, no, let's not forget about that 6 car, Jared Crawford, neither, man. He's got himself a good hot ride tonight too, man. So we'll have to see. And then of course with these stops, you never know. They probably turned some wrenches. You know what I mean? They're setting up for that medium run. They probably made some adjustments. So we'll see. These guys, man, can be magic when it comes to that. They get the right air pressures in there, they get the right adjustments in there, and all of a sudden their car comes to life. So that's another fit too, man, for sure. But I don't know. Kevin King's a big Nick Ottinger fan right now. Is kind of what I'm feeling like. I feel like, he probably thinks the 4 is his biggest competition that can get to him. And he's also thinking, okay, well, Nick Ottinger is going to get after Jared Crawford and Kenneth O'Keefe. Neither one of these guys is going to lay over. So I think he's hoping Ottinger really gets after it right here. These guys get to race in his mirror and he get a little gap going. About to find out now. Lap 81, about to take lap 82 at the stripe. Pace car is in, flag is out, 5 is off and away. Once again, catches the 13, sleeping big time. The 13 of Kenneth O'Keefe didn't get going, then spun the tires, jams up the 4 and the 20 behind him, That's going to allow the 6 of Jared Crawford and the 3 of Jason Karlovich teammates to just jet on by right here.
Well, watch that 13 on the outside, though. He's going to get the run. He gets it in the wall a little bit. Ooh, he got it in the wall.
He got a case of the wobbles. And they're like cockroaches as they haul up to turn 3. They're trying to figure out where to go. Right now, the 13 looks to be dangerous as they start to look like a little bit of a wobble right there for the 3 of Jason Karlovich. And the 4, the 4 makes contact with the 13, goes around. Big wreck. Nick Odger lawn darts her off into the wall. Thump. Telling you what, man, that was serious right there. I don't know if that was spotter miscommunication or if he just got a gust of funny side air right there, but he just traveled right up into the 13. I think what it was, man, it kind of looked like he got right on the 3 of Jason Karlovich, and it took the air off his nose, man. It made his car kind of swerve. Jared, you get a peek at that?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, taking a look at it here, it looks like maybe that 4, that 13 came down into the side of the 4 guys, dumped him down on the apron, spun him out, and a lot of cars got some damage there, but not as many as that 4 to that Nick Ottinger. Tough break for him, and it looks like they're going to be heading it to the barn, maybe?
Yeah, for real. I don't think Band-Aids or Sporin can fix that, man. That was a hard shot. He come back in the wall. He come back in the wall like it was the old meet and greet, man. Like long-lost friend reunion right there. Tough deal. He hits driver's side door, too, so he's probably going to be a little woozy. They're going to be down there, assessing the car, but they're going to have to go, hey, where you at? How many fingers we holding up? They're going to have to run through all them tests because that was definitely a hard shot on the driver's side door.
Yeah, Jesse, just to me looks like the 13 decided to come down, and that 4 just looked like he was deciding to come up right at the same time. Just unfortunate racing deal there between them two, and that 4, he was a pretty good car, so Kevin King might have got his wish there.
Yeah, you know what, man, I'm looking at something else here. The 14 of Carson McClellan, and maybe I just maybe my short-term memory is just kicking me in the butt here, but I'm trying to figure out why the 14 of Carson McClellan is so far back. I wonder if maybe he caught a speeding ticket or some kind of penalty on pit road during the caution stops, because I'm showing him way back now. In fact, he's on road right now along with several other drivers towards the back of the field. Looks like everybody from about 18th on back. Richard Dussett leads a bunch. Well, Richard Dussett still sitting on pit road, but about 6-7 cars on pit road right now. Some of them getting damage fixed, others just trying to get some last call adjustments and some new rubber, man. See if they can't make a run at this thing.
Yeah, Jesse, you're that far back, you might as well get the new tires. Nothing feels better than some new tires. But we're in track position mode right now, and every spot closer to that front is so much more important at this point in the race right now. But they're seeing these wrecks, man, and cautions can breed cautions sometimes. So why not head down there and get 4 tires? And if you get close to the front, you might have something for it at the end.
Yeah, no, and I agree, man. The cautions can breed cautions and have little caution babies. I'm telling you, man, that's no kind of thing to be dealing with when you ain't got track position. Increases the odds of you being in it. And I don't know. I feel like we're at the stage of the race here where most guys have made their bed. I think, you know what I mean. I think even if you're towards the back, you should, unless you got damage you got to fix. I think you should just take the mindset of, I'm not coming to pit road no more. I got what I got. I'm gonna try and get as many positions as I can, whether it's on track or dodging wrecks. And hopefully other guys get suckered on a pit road, because you're late in this race, man. You nailed it, partner. Track position, I mean, really, especially this car just in general, but late in the race, man, is having the track position, man, it really means a lot.
Yeah, the Cup cars, truck, you can pass some. It's not easy, you know what I mean? It's never easy, but, it's easier than the Nationwide car, and the Nationwide car is easier than the Cup car. Cup car is really hard to pass, just the way it rides in the air. It's hard to hold underneath somebody without getting loose. As far as the field goes, probably 8th and forward right now. Probably their teams are probably done. They said, we're not changing nothing else. You got what you got. We're just going to sit back and watch your TV and hope that you win. Good luck out there.
No doubt, man. That one car, look at that one car. He's got that thing rolling now, heading back to his pit stall, but Tyler Hudson, man, that one car is still out there driving, dude. He getting the Iron Man award, dude. How you gonna roll the car and take her back out on the track, man? That's like one of those "How bad have you got it" commercials right there, man. He got it bad.
Another car I'm seeing on pit road. See, didn't see him drive into the wreck. I don't know where he got the damage. That's that 12 car, Chad Pruitt. He's got the right front smashed up pretty bad on that one. And yeah, I didn't see him drive into the wreck, but that's pretty unfortunate for the 12 car, Chad Pruitt.
Well, I tell you what, man, about to hit the one to go right here. We got Kevin King still out front in that 5 car, man. He's gonna lead us off, and his restarts have been, I mean, on point. Man, he's been real guy. You see him spin the tires one time. He jets off every single time. Really looking good in his restarts, man. Jared Crawford's going to be the one tasked to try and deal with that here on the outside line. Jason Karlovich, man, still hanging tough. 3rd place right there. Kenneth O'Keefe in the 13. He's been holding suit, man. He's been in the top 5 most of this race. Sits 4th right now. Round your top 5. Casey Malone back there in that 20 car.
Yeah, we still got Michael Connie up there. We still got Paul Kashiba. That's your 6th and 7th, and we got Matthew Moose and Brandon Schmidt, Ashley Miller, and we got Michael J. Johnson. I think that's rounding out your top 10. So, man, we still got some. Anybody could win, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you what, man. Anything can happen in this high level cup racing right here, man. It really can. We could see what is it, 23 laps of intense dogfight, 2 and 3 wide, green flag racing, to the finish, or we could see a 23 car pile up with 6 flipping. You know what I mean? Like anything in between. It is really, you know what I mean? And as talent wise, you know what I mean? Any one of these guys can win a race for sure. Don't know that, there's a couple cars out here that did a little bit, a few cars out here a little better than some of the rest, but keep in mind, not every time does the best car win the race. Best driver. There's a lot. Here we go. Back on the green flag race. The 5 does it again. Jared Crawford didn't really slip though. He didn't slip the tires. He didn't stag anything up. He just didn't get off as good as Kevin King did. But he's going to hold on to 2nd place. His teammate in that 3 car, Jason Karlovich, trying to get in front of the 13. Looks like he's going to be able to pull it off as a 13 now. Going to slide back in behind the 3. And now look to cross over, heading down the backstretch. He's going to try and stick Jason Karlovich to the top line. They haul up to turn 3 and side by side. This time the 13 to the inside, 3 to the outside. Jason Karlovich, look at the run he gets through 3 and 4. He says, not so fast, young man. I ain't going nowhere. And the 11 says, all right, you boys want a battle? Let's do it up big. 3 wide down the front stretch, heading to turn 1. Who's gonna balk in a high-speed game of chicken? It's gonna be the 3. Jason Karlovich, he balked right there, and he should. He's your points leader right now in the Sunday Road to Pro Series, and he's seen danger. So smart move right there. And it looks like for now, the 13, man, he's gonna win that battle. Hang on to his 4th position. Tough stuff right there by Kenneth O'Keefe.
Yeah, man, you mentioned Jason Karlovich, golly. Yeah, smart decision. That's why he's the points leader. You can't win the points championship with a wrecked up car, so smart decision. That just shows you how much of a smart driver he is.
Still trying to work in, and things are tightening up behind him. He's going to try and slip in there between the 20 and 11. He's going to be able to do it, but back behind him, let's focus our attention on Paul Kashiba. He's looking to the inside now. Matthew Moose heading off into turn 3. Paul Kashiba, one of the most aggressive drivers in that long run last time. Looked like he was falling off at the very tail end of the long run, but we're not going to see that situation. He knows he's got a good car for the short and the middle, and he's aggressive. He's going for it, man. I tell you what, Paul Kashiba is one to come up here and be a spoiler tonight. Caution on the racetrack, trying to figure out what it's for. I heard some crunch. Looks like Josh Connors in the 25 way off pace. I believe that's gonna be at least involved caution in some way, shape, or form. 25, and it looks like 21. The 25 and 21 are gonna be having a little contact. It looks like he's gonna run over the picnic table. Jerry, you gotta look at that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, taking a look at Jesse, it looks like that 25 drops down in the corner down here below the 21. 20, I'm not sure if the 25 came up into the 21 or the 21 came down or they met in the middle. 25 definitely taking a shoot across the infield there. It looks like he's going to spin it out, bring it back up in the track, and a little bit of front end damage there, Jesse.
Man, the 20 almost had it, dude. It looked like he hit Digger, gave him a little bump on the head, man, knocked him all cattywampus, dude. And he about escaped the picnic the picnic grounds right there and got back on that track without bringing out a caution or hurting his car. But man, he either hit a sprinkler head or a digger head. I'm not really sure which one it was, but at any rate, there's your caution, and that's gonna miss the inside 20 to go now. And it just, we've drawn closer and closer to this thing. It just puts more and more desperation in these drivers, you know what I mean, that feel like there's more to be gained. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of gamesmanship shown right here by the 3, showing he's going to come to pit road. I don't imagine he's going to. He's going to just beat that commitment line and come back out on the track, and I really think that's going to be the deal throughout the whole field. Even the guys in the back, unless they're tore up, probably ain't going to pit. 21 of Tyler Hudson. He faked himself out. My goodness. That was pretty. Oh, he's a lap down. he wanted to pit. He couldn't pit right there. He's a lap down. It was close for him. But yeah, man. Look at Nick Odger. They got him back out there in that car too. My goodness. These teams, these sponsors and crew chiefs, man, they're relentless on these drivers, boy. I tell you what, they have these death-defying Evel Knievel crashes, man. Got guys rolling over, going to driver door side of the wall, full blast, and they're like, dude, get back in the car. Stop being a wimp. Rub some dirt on it, walk it off.
Yeah, Jesse, now that we're under these cautions and stuff, we mentioned that you can tune in next week. 8 o'clock at the same time. We're going to catch these group of drivers at Bristol, man. What do you think about that?
Thunder Valley, man. It's going to be crazy, man. And it's so much. iRacing, since they done the, rescan the new surface, it's so much like it is in real life, man. It seems like, back in the day, it was, you get down underneath the guy or you'd move a guy up the track, drive underneath him. But both in iRacing and in real life, man, it's that upper middle groove, and in some cases right up there on the wall, man. It works at Bristol. It's going to be interesting for sure, dude. But these cars on Bristol, oh man, what a challenge, dude. It's gonna be crazy. And just like any Thunder Valley race, I would guess it's probably gonna come down to survival. Quick reflexes, a lot of luck, and just survival instinct, man.
Absolutely. We got 2 mega shows Thursday night. Thursday night Thunder, we're going there in the nationwide car, and then back here on the Cup. I like Bristol, and a lot of people don't like to race it, protecting their I rating and their safety rating, but we're going to have some drivers out there. Yeah, who knows what to expect there.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, man, for sure. I'm not sure, if either of them or both of them are under the lights. I hope they are. Haven't checked that yet. That's my bad. But yeah, it's always fun to race under the lights too, man. Cars look cooler. I feel like the drivers are hanging out there a little bit more under the lights too. But here, while we're thinking on that, man, we're gonna go ahead and there's not gonna be any wave rounds. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll come back, restart this thing with about 15 laps to go right after this.
MTCO Communications, dude. I'll tell you what, the only place to get your gaming servers, no contract, month to month. Get gaming tonight with Battlefield 2. Hey, Call of Duty. Do it with R-Factor, Arca Sim Racing, dude. I'll tell you what, $49 a month, no better deal anywhere. Remote access, virus filters, remote power cycle, no player limit, no bandwidth, dude. Dedicated servers. Hey, do it tonight. Give them a call, 800-859-6826.
All right, well, Mag Race fans, here we go. Lights out on pace car. It's about to go down. There'll be 15 laps to go, partner. Kevin King leading the way. Jared Crawford starting outside him once again. Last time, man, you know, Kevin King did his thing. He got away like he does normally on these restarts, but Jared Crawford did pretty good, too, on that outside line. So we'll see if maybe the 6 starting to get her figured out right here. He's hanging off a little bit right now. He's going to try and spy on that driver down there on the inside. By the time this start just right, this could be a big one right here. Pace car is going to get out of the way. Stickman's doing his thing. Flags in the air. 5 is off and away. 13 is all over him. He's going to look to make it 3 wide. Here goes to 13, looking to make the move. He gets underneath the 6. Not going to be able to get by the 5 right here. And here comes Jason Karlovich now on the inside line, underneath the 11, down to the quarter tail, rather. Looks like he's going to actually, ooh, boy, he gets a little bit of the wobbles right there, does Jason Karlovich in the 3. Oh, my goodness, he's going to catch a challenge from the 20. Case Malone on the inside, down 3 and 4. It's business is picking up right here, partner. You got 10, 11 dogfighting beside and behind them, and the 7 and the 8 battling for position back behind them. It's getting good right here. And look who that is. Robert Hall in that 9 car. Look where he's at. Where did he come from?
Yeah, Robert Hall, he's being shown the 9th position. I believe he restarted that restart there in about 13th, Jesse. So he's picked up about 5 spots. I don't know what, we weren't watching what was happening. We was watching Kenneth O'Keefe's crazy 3 wide move up the middle there at the start, but Robert Hall, he might have done the same thing back there.
Not too long ago, man, where Hall was sitting in 9th place in front of Robert Hall. The 7 and the 8 come very close. Might have been a little bit of contact right there between the 7 and the 8. They're going to get away from it. But now it's the looking to the inside of the 7 of Brandon Schmidt, trying to get that position away right there. That's for 9th position. But yeah, not too low, man. Robert Hall was back there 23rd. And, you know, he's not going to get the long run he likes. But he's got a good car. He ain't got no damage, man. And, you know, he can just find a way to get here, man. He might still be able to get up there and give himself a real good finish. Back up front, man. Jared Crawford can't keep going at it for 2nd place, brother.
Yeah, it looks like Jared's going to get the run on the outside. Looks like he's going to squeeze him down, and he's going to get the run off onto the backstretch here. Jared Crawford move him up to 2nd place. So he said not so fast for that 3 wide move up the middle.
Yeah, big time right there on the outside line, man. That was awesome. That was good stuff right there. And right there, look at Kenneth O'Keefe coming out, turn 4, got a little bit, he used up a little bit more real estate than they're trying to give him out there. He gets a little bit of the wall, but didn't even barely hurt his momentum. It was just kind of a wake-up call right there. 3 and Jason Karlovich hold on to 4th. Back behind him, we got big racing going on, trying to figure out who that is. My gosh, the 7 to 14. Oh, we got a phone. Somebody's trying to collect calls on somebody else's dime right now. A little bit of swerving and perving going on as the 15's trying to figure out where to block. Michael J. Johnson saying, dude, I'm not trying to get gobbled up in that storm back there in my mirror. 14 and 7, side by side behind him, as well as the 22 and 26. And here comes the 23 of Gary the Cooksey Monster trying to cash in.
Yeah, Jesse, that Robert Hall says, you know, I made these mistakes on pit road, but I'm still one of the best cars out here on the track. He's looking to make a move on the high line there on Paul Kashiba for that 7th spot back there. So, man, Robert Hall, he's moving.
Real close call. The 26 Dylan Duvall and the 7 of Brandon Schmidt. It was Dylan Duvall that chased this thing up the hill. He's getting a little bit up the hill again right here at 3 and 4. Oh, real close. The 7's got to hit the binders a little bit. Here goes the 22 now. Ashley Miller through the picnic tables. Yo, don't run over my picnic basket. Look out. He's spinning. Off the surface. Oh, we got a wreck. The 2 of Matt Witten in big trouble. Big trouble. Looked like the 14 maybe. I'm not sure who that was that collected him. No, not the 14.
The 24. Richard Doucette was in there too. He's blown up.
Oh boy, yeah, he got big old problems, dude. Is he wheelbarrowed that 2 car? Matt Witten. Jerry, man, you get a peek at that on the E-Play machine, brother?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I pulled up. I'm not really sure what took place there, Jesse. I think that might have been a little bit of lag on their part, maybe. Looks like the 24, the 2 is really slow. Gets into the wall. It looked, man, the 24 took him out, dumped him right into the wall. But I'm not real sure that was the 24's fault on that, Jesse.
Yeah, it looked like the 24 was driving like an old school Corvette with the pointy little nose or something. You know what I mean? Like he just like ski jumped the rear end of that 2 of Matt Witten. That did look kind of funny the way he drove up underneath him. Maybe something they need to look at in their wreck stuff or whatever you call it. I don't know. I'm not a techie, but that definitely is going to bring the caution back out for sure. And now we're going to be inside 10 to go. Kevin King's still up front. Jared Crawford still holding second. There wasn't really much change up here. There wasn't really any change up here in the top 5. Robert Hall, he moved up to 8th. So he's a little closer now. But yeah, this is going to be, man, what is this going to be? 6 laps to get back green here? 5, maybe 6 laps tops, partner? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Jesse, man, I don't know if you guys seen it, but I think that 2-car Matt Whittem might have done a little payback that 24 Richard Doucette there after the caution.
Oh no, I'm surprised he was able to even drive that thing away, man. That's a pretty big hit he took right there. And you know what I mean, like the 24 couldn't. That's not really a fair fight because the 24 couldn't get away. I don't think he had an engine. I don't think he had an engine. I think he left his engine in the rear drivetrain of that other car there, man. So I don't know. Tough though, man. And Richard Dusty, you know, tough race for him. He comes in here. I believe he's 10th in points. You know what I mean? So having a great season, and you know, this race definitely didn't go the way he was hoping for sure. And Ashley Miller with his big slide, you know, that kind of led to that, you know, everything kind of happened after Ashley Miller's big slide. They were reacting to the 22 Ashley Miller heading down through the grass. Dude, he did a good job, man. You know what I mean? He didn't lose it or nothing like that. He made a fantastic save, but moves all the way back to 19th position in the process. So tough for the 22 Ashley Miller, man. He's got a lot of ground to try and make up and really no time to do it.
Jesse, these guys up front, that last restart, I like what Jared Crawford's doing. He's trying, you know, he's doing everything he can, and you know, he's got to get that right restart to challenge that 5. No one's been able to challenge Kevin King here late in this race, but I like what he's doing on the high line. I think if it comes down to a short lap run, he's definitely, you know, he's got the mustard to stay up there with him.
Yeah, the big thing here is that the 6 he's got to grab that magic 8 ball sitting there in the passenger seat, man, give it a good shake and be like, okay, when's this guy gonna go? You know what I mean? He needs to go on time. He needs to really time this start. So difficult to do because only Kevin King knows when he's gonna actually spike it. You know, when he's gonna go. But that's really going to be key here, man. As strong as Kevin King's been gearing up to, you know, come up through the gears and pulling away on these starts, we're only going to have just a handful of laps. And the next caution will end, or excuse me, the next flag will end this race, whether it be a yellow or a checkered. So, you know, I mean, you got to treat every lap, including the restart lap, as the last lap. You got to go right now. And if you're Jared Crawford, I just don't know that you can overcome giving up a 5 to 8 car gap, you know what I mean, in the first lap. So it's really going to come down to this restart right here. And you're absolutely right, Barter. Kevin King, man, so far has been unbeatable. He's in the 12th round right now. And, you know, I mean, I think if he nails this restart the way he did, the rest of them, he's going to be your champion tonight.
Yeah, Jesse, Kevin King watched most of his restarts tonight when he's been up there in the lead. And as soon as that pace car drops, he goes. So, you know, it's all just a guessing game, just like you said, the magic 8 ball. You know, when's he going to go, when's he not going to go? You know, the best thing to do probably is just listen for that engine, watch the rear end of that car drop, and you know, just press the gas and hope that you don't pass him before the start-finish line.
Yeah, he's got, you know, Crawford's got to dial up Channel 2, man, where they got Miss Cleo. She's like, okay, go now, baby. You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna need to time this one right here. But that being said, I mean, we're focusing on the front row because that's, you know, it's you imagine that's where the checker flag is going to fall. But, you know, I mean, Kenneth O'Keefe, Jason Karlovich right there in row 2, Michael Conti, Case Malone sitting in row 3, Hakashiba, who's been just, I mean, a maniac out there going for it, man. He's taking big chances tonight. Still got a great car, very fast in their short stint, and Robert Hall has worked his way back up to 8. You know what I mean? And, you know, Michael J. Johnson and Matthew Moose around your top 10. You got a lot of big players, and I feel like with the amount of time they got, if you're further back in the third row, you could do it, but it's going to take some luck, and it's going to take some amazing reactions and driving to get up there if you're Paul Kashiba or Robert Hall. But, you know, that's why we run the races, man. You never know.
Yeah, Kenneth O'Keefe, you know, really, last restart, nobody really timed it as well as he did. You know, you got that 3-wide run up the middle, and you know, if he can do that again, you know, he's going to make it hard on Jared Crawford to try to drive down and you know, try to get around the outside of that 5. So it's all going to unfold right here, and you know, 2 laps is probably all they got before this race becomes official if a caution does come out.
Yeah, it's going to be it right here, man. 4 to go at the stripe. Green flag about to come out for the final time tonight. Here we go. 5 is off and away. Catches the 6 sleeping a little bit. Here comes the 13. Not going to do it. The 6 and the 3 looking pretty good right there on the top. Jared Crawford, though, he's going to hang on a second, but that's what I'm talking about. Kevin King's got himself about a 5-car gap right now, 5-6 car gap right now. Jared Crawford's got to close that up immediately. I mean, he's got to get to the mirror. If he's going to beat Kevin King, he's going to need more than one turn. You know what I mean? He's going to have to set a guy like Kevin King up, and I think he knows that. So he's going for it right now. 3, Jason Karlovich, man, he's got clear, but back behind him, they're still racing. The 13 of Kenneth O'Keefe trying to hang on. Gets a little bit of a slide now. Here goes the 20 looking to the outside, the 11 looking to the inside. Robert Hall trying to shoot the gap through the middle. Joker's to the left and Clowns to the right. He's going to go through the middle again. Look out. The 10's coming with him. He's the 10 saying, don't back out now, man. We're going. Find somewhere. He looks to the inside, wide, down the backstretch does Robert Hall. Inside the 11 to Michael Conte. The 20 of Casey Malone comes down across the 11, closes the door. The 9 is left battling with the 11 now side by side. Up front, Jared Crawford is there. 2 laps to go, and Jared Crawford is knocking on the door, threatening to kick her down. Kevin King's got a lot doing right here as he gives a little bit of a wobble, tries to jam up the 6 coming into the corner, then dives to the bottom of the track. Trying to stifle that momentum coming off the top you're talking about, partner.
Yeah, Jared Crawford, he's in right behind him here. I'm pretty sure he's probably pretty amped. You know, let the nerves go, man. This is the last lap coming up here, so you got to make it count. Right now, probably going to try the outside here in 1. Jesse, I don't know. I'm on the edge of my seat on this one.
White flag is out. No matter what happens, we're Cold Trickle Ratty Burns. We racing back. Oh my gosh, they got a slow car in the way. The 2 of Matt Whitten. Are you kidding me? Not a very classy move right there by the 2 car. You got the 16, the pretty car wreck in the back. Jared Crawford had to jump out of the gas, man. I think that's going to take away any chance he might have had at Kevin King. Kevin King was the man tonight, though. That 5 car comes up in turn 4, looking sharp. Checker flag's going to fall on him tonight. Jared Crawford going to come in 2nd. Jason Karlovich bringing in 3rd place. Kenneth O'Keefe 4th. Casey Malone going to round out your top 5. Robert Hall 6th, man. Great recovery. Michael Conti in 11 going to hang on to 7th position. Carson McClellan up in 8th. Paul Kashiba in the 9th. Michael J. Johnson going to round your top 10 tonight, man. And I tell you what, that was exciting stuff. You know, Kevin King got a mirror of Jared Crawford right there as they were 2 to go, hauling on into turn 1. And, man, I tell you what, he did a great job with a really aggressive, hungry driver with a good car behind him. He held him off. That's why he's down there. Donuts, man. Donuts in the picnic grounds, partner. What a race tonight, huh?
Yeah, Kevin, well-deserved win. You know, like I said earlier, you know, whoever gets the track position and has a fast car can hang on to it at the end. Would have thought maybe the 2 would have gave him a little more room, but I don't think it really affected the race. I think it was Kevin King's race to win. You know, just he'd had to make a mistake to lose this one. So a good race tonight from the Sunday Night Pro guys.
Yeah, it really was. It had a little bit of everything. We had the long green flag run to start the race, green flag pit stops, man. We seen drama on pit road. We seen a caution come out, man, and then all the fireworks going off, man. The crazy 3-wide action. These boys definitely gave us, you know, all 31 flavors a race in here tonight, man. We've seen a little bit of everything and put on a great show. And yeah, that 5 car, man, definitely he got the job done tonight. But I just. These 2 right here, man, Jared Crawford, Jason Karlovich, 2nd and 3rd. I tell you what, they come in here 1st and 2nd in points, and they come in here and get 2nd and 3rd in this race tonight. So, you know, those 2 drivers, man, really, they're the bee's knees so far this season. But, yeah, the man tonight is Kevin King in that 5 car. Outstanding race for sure. And then Robert Hall, man, with that comeback, back up to 6th place. You know, and he's a pro driver. He's got his black stripe, so he's just racing for – he's racing for fun. He's racing for competition. You know, it was hungry enough to come running back up there and get 6th position after restarting 23rd back around, like, I don't know, lap 85 or so. Great recovery for him. But that's going to do it for tonight, man. Tell you what, as you mentioned earlier, partner, we're rolling into Thunder Valley next week. I don't even know how many laps, man, but it's going to be a whole bunch. And I imagine the pace car is probably going to lead a lot of them. We're going to see some outstanding wrecks next week. Don't miss it. Bristol Bristol Motor Speedway, Thunder Valley, baby. 8 o'clock in the east, 5 o'clock in the west. Thursday night Thursday night Thunder. Before that, man, same thing. Nationwide cars out there doing the damn thing at Thunder Valley. So it's gonna be a big week. A lot of racing action on tap, man. Come check us out Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. For my partner up here in the booth, man, Mr. Excitement, AJ Browning, for man working the magic on the cameras tonight, Jerry the Corn Dog Wolf, JD the Cowboy Webb, and the bad boy John Wesley. I'm the Outlaw Jesse James. We are ETV, and we'll see you right here next time on ETV.
Thank you.